now, which is great because we're both together. So that's a first, right?
For real.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see if I can actually load this up on my Apple TV.
Yeah.
That way, I
Yeah,
don't have to watch. I don't have to watch my phone.
Yeah. Good call.
Let's see. I see yours where it shows like upcoming, but obviously we went a different way.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that.
I have one that's upcoming too. My videos. How do I get to my channel though? Oh,
Okay, here. I think I can. Yeah, I have a live chat.
yeah, I have a live chat. Um, I'm just let me get to live.
Don't see it like on my YouTube, you know.
Right. Which is crazy because I did live
Okay, I see you
now.
now. I see you.
Do you?
Yeah. It might just be.
Oh yeah, it shows. Okay, it does show that it's live on my end.
Yeah, I see it on yours.
Should it also be on yours too? It should because you're live.
Like it just makes a one video thing with both the people in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Visit your channel.
Yeah, because I don't see anything there.
Okay.
But look at that. Look at those two together.
We haven't been there before, huh?
Pretty cool.
All right, man. So today is our Thursday sketch show. And essentially we like to slow down on Thursday and be chill. And oh, the video looks really good. It actually just showed up on mine right now. I got to do something about the delay. On the other one, I'm able to kind of control the delay, but I can't really control it too much on this.
Okay.
It's all good though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay, but it's
Not
not horrible.
horrible. Look, we got somebody in the chat. Right. So we actually got some people now that's starting to show up. How you doing, everybody? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to our Thursday sketch show. You are watching Live with the Hive with your boy D Graves and Chinstrap G Hackler. Glad to have you, man. Mikael Ank, he says, "Wow, you are so good to make art. Thank you, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you." So, G, please, man, guide me. What are your thoughts today? What are we trying to accomplish?
Man, we're trying to chill and hang out, I think.
Chill and hang out. I got so many things that I have like pending and things that I can be working on, things I should be working on. So while we're kind of figuring out things, I'm gonna work on this Green Goblin possible sticker.
Nice. I like that. That's a pretty cool looking piece you got there, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't really have something already started.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few things. I've got like another spread in this sketchbook I'm working on, or I'm going to work on. Right, what we drew Naruto, right, on that one stream. I want to go back and draw on the other side, do a Sasuke version.
Oh, nice.
That's similar. And I actually went back on this Naruto and kind of adjusted it a little bit. there were some things about the kid version that were kind of bothering me, so we went back and made some adjustments. But I got the blank page right next to it for Sasuke, but I don't know, man.
Okay. Well, good news is we just gonna chill and just attack it. So
yeah,
let's get into it,
I
bro.
want to do something a little more laid back. I don't know.
I'm with you.
I don't know, bro. And we had talked before last time. Oh, we got some more chats. One Piece. Yeah, that's right. There was a couple Luffy's in there.
Yeah, dude. You've been killing it with that, man. I like what you've been doing.
Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. And yeah, One Piece. That's right. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we had been talking before about last Thursday or the Thursday before. D. Graves here had challenged me to do a 4-panel comic in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun, and I wanted to see you approach that. So I think we should do that at some point today.
Okay.
But other than that,
I'm down. Now, for my 4-panel little story, do you have an idea of like what you want me to do?
Possibly, I might have an idea.
Possibly.
Yeah,
okay.
Might have an idea. Would you like an idea?
Yeah. What you got?
How about so just for reference to anybody who maybe missed the last show, the story that you gave me was someone bites into an apple and finds a surprise.
Yeah.
So I think your prompt this time should be a wish coming true.
A wish coming true.
Wish coming true.
Oh, dang.
Making a wish come true. You could phrase it like that. Something with a wish coming true.
Making a wish come true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If you're down for that, but if you're not down for that, you can, if you have a prompt for yourself.
No. I get the whole challenge is taking that. Okay. All right, I can do that. I'll do that. Okay. Yeah. Oh man, you got me on the spot.
That's right.
All right, so I get 4 panels.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what we did, right?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do 4 for sure. Let me see. See if I can find mine. When was that? Oh yeah. So this is what we had drawn last time. I got some Sharpie bleeding through. But someone eating an apple and finding a surprise.
All right. I think I can. I think I could do it.
Oh, you can. Oh, okay. I like those panels.
Let's see. All right. So somebody making a wish and it comes true. What is it?
A wish coming true.
A wish coming true.
Yeah. Or making a wish, something.
Okay.
Vaguely wishes. Like that. Whenever you're ready, I'll get your timer going.
Thank you. Thursday sketch, you guys. We do challenges and we try to figure out how we could challenge each other to become better artists or anything like that. Okay. And you said 10 minutes. Are you going to set the timer or do you want me to set the timer?
Yeah, I got a timer.
You got a timer?
I'll do a 10-minute sketch with you.
All right. I wish come true. Now I gotta think of a.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm drawing blanks. Okay. Damn.
That's tough, to be honest. a tough one.
It is. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go. Let me know when you're ready.
Go.
All right.
Okay. Oh, actually, I know who I want to draw. I know what I want. One second.
So when you were doing your challenge,
Yeah.
what were you keeping in mind? What was your thought process?
Well, I knew that I wanted the reveal of the apple to be something, surprising or funny,
Mhm.
and I didn't know what to do for that. I couldn't think of anything. Like right away, I was drawing blank,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, I would just start with getting like a basic thing set up. So I did like an establishing shot to show the apple on the table, and then you show the guy with the apple. And I was thinking of it more of like what different shots I could use,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of going on autopilot with sketching those and trying to figure out what was going to be in the apple at the end. So I couldn't figure it out. I didn't have any ideas until there was like 2 minutes on the clock.
I know, dude. That's how I feel I'm gonna be right now.
Yeah. So I was definitely feeling the pressure.
Okay. So this
But
one.
break down, just get a beginning to end. All right. Start sketching. If I can do a quick little something here. 7 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Okay.
She's got something like this.
All right. So there's 2 panels. He sees the star. He wishes on the star.
Sick.
Huh?
Classic. Love it. Love it. I need to hurry on mine here. So we got. Anybody knows who I'm drawing? Shout it out. Can you tell?
To guess who you're drawing?
Yeah. Can you tell? Anybody tell yet?
Not yet. I do
Not
see you drawing, but I don't know who you're drawing yet.
Yeah. That'd be pretty impressive. Pretty impressive thing right there.
You said making a wish coming true, huh?
Wish coming true. That's all right by you.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah. You're gonna grant our wish?
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. So that goes to there. That would go like right there, I guess. So that's maybe.
Now, when he said, "I want you to do a comic," like, Who would have known that he would have been making it so hard?
Well, that's what you get. That is what you get, I guess. Going. Full on. Big eyes. And then, something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Mm-hmm.
4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Shut your mouth.
I'm going to tell you when it was 5 minutes. That was 4.
Oh my gosh. Good challenge. I liked it better when it was you. For you.
Yeah, right? What you mean, bro? It's totally. I'm feeling good right now, honestly. Low key, man. This is a good time.
Yeah, you would be.
Yeah, I would be. I'm feeling. I don't even have to finish this, really.
Oh dang! Look, why are you doing me like that? All right, I'm almost done. I'm getting that story, and then I don't care. I think the it's gonna be a cop out, but let's do it.
Bro. You got it. 100%. 100%. Plenty of time left.
Okay. And by plenty of time, how much time is that?
Plenty. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Plenty for D grades here. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. All right. So now, how much time do I have left?
2 minutes.
Damn, 2 minutes. Where'd all my time go?
Keeps on slipping, man. Just keeps on slipping into the future, bro.
That's okay. I got it.
I know. Alphalinger's not going to finish, honestly.
Can I get an extension or not? I'm just joking. I don't need an extension.
What are you offering?
I don't need an extension.
What's your. Okay.
Nah.
1 minute remaining.
Damn, bro. I feel like you're like taking. You're taking all my time.
You're doing great, man.
You don't have to lie to spare
Don't
me.
even.
Okay.
Up here. 10 seconds left.
Holy shit, bro.
5.
I feel like you were adjusting my time.
Oh, it wasn't me, bro.
It was.
It wasn't me.
Tell the truth. Did you really give me 10 minutes?
Of course.
Oh.
Check the tape. Let's go. We'll go back. We'll check the tapes after.
Of course, he said.
But let's see, bro. Let's see what you got. Or are you just gonna keep going?
Nah. I got the time, and
all right, that's fine. That is fine. I'm drawing Lily from Street Fighter.
oh,
Street Fighter. New character in the new game.
technically my time is over, huh?
Yeah, it's been over for a couple seconds. It's close though.
All right. So look, this is what I had so far, and I think it was gonna turn into something. So I was gonna have some really cheap story, Batman wishing on a star, not being such a lame. And at the end, his parents were gonna be there. It was gonna be real. It was gonna be real emotional. Like I think you might have shed a tear.
I definitely would have. I could tell just from the rough sketch.
Yeah. I want it to be thought provoking. You know what I mean? Like we don't ever get to see the sensitive side of Batman.
Right.
Do you think he cries? I bet he does.
Oh, for sure.
This dude's got a lot of emotional damage.
Yeah. Tons, man. Buckets full.
Well, look, that's where I was so far.
That's freaking awesome for 10 minutes, especially.
Nah, you finished your 10 minutes.
It was at least 9.5 minutes. Definitely 10. Pretty sure.
That was a good challenge, man.
We'll check the tapes.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good. I liked it.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Next time I aim to finish on the actual.
Oh man, I mean, 5 minutes. 5 minutes goes by real quick.
Yeah, it does.
It do be pretty tough.
But have you drawn Green Goblin before?
Yes.
Oh, you have, huh? Was it just in the?
Goblin too, actually.
Oh yeah. Was it just for the cartoon block or?
No, I did that one, but I also did one of my own with marker, which that was, I can't remember if that was before or after the cartoon block one. But I know I've done at least those two.
And how do you like them? Do you like?
I mean, they're cool.
Is it good?
I think they're pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I mean? The marker one I did, that was just all on my own. Right. And I think considering that, especially, that was a little while ago now. That was last year, I think.
Yeah.
So I think it was pretty cool. All things considered, considering I'm just some random guy. I think it came out alright.
Nah, bro. I've seen your work, and I always think it's dope.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like hanging out with you. You're always very nice.
There's a few things that I feel like my art would benefit from, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. So I want to be a little bit more free in my art, if that makes sense. But I like that clean look. So I want to be free, but I also need to like slow down a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like if I slow down and I can I don't know, focus on some of the things that I'll normally miss, like like you said, working with the eyes or trying to keep everything kind of as it should be.
Right. Yeah, I mean, really, probably what it'll come down to is finding when to be free and loose and when to be slow and controlled.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, like now with your drawings, a lot of the appeal is the energy and the movement in it, right? The
Hmm.
fastness is what gives it a lot of its unique flavor and its appeal, I think. So you wouldn't really want to just completely abandon that either.
Right.
Gotta find the right balance between the two of those. Yes.
How do you in this, now that we've been doing this for a while, how do you keep the energy in your art for the viewers?
Um, well, um, I try to go as long as I can before I slow down. So for me, I kind of have the opposite problem, or not necessarily problem, but I have the opposite like temperament with my art where I tend to slow down sooner,
Hmm.
and things get stiffer, right? I don't really have not naturally as loose of a sketcher as you are.
Hmm.
So I just try and really keep that in my mind, like, don't slow down, bro. It ain't time to slow down yet.
Yeah.
That like we're still in the beginning, like we're still in the loose stage.
Yeah, I
And I
got
just kind of
that.
constantly reminding myself that in the sketch part.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. That actually makes a lot of sense. And that, keeping that in mind while you're doing your sketching or your drawing or whatever you're working on at that time, does that help?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Overall, you
yeah,
feel like it keeps you a little bit more focused.
yeah. It helps me get the better result. I think for sure. For me, the part where I really focus in on and really like, uh, I don't know, maybe I guess the part I enjoy more
Hmm.
is kind of once all that stuff's done. Once the proportions are good, once everything's figured out, and you just go in and finish it.
Hmm.
That's kind of the part I enjoy the most. So
Hmm.
I guess it would help me focus because I get to save that for the right time,
Yeah.
right? I can really dig in or whatever.
As far as like your energy or what?
Just kind of, I guess, more like just the mental mode that I'm in,
Hmm.
right? Because it takes a little more energy in the earlier parts of the drawing where you're getting the stuff figured out, and especially if I am really trying to, be actually energetic with the lines and everything,
Yeah.
then it's literally taking more energy. But knowing that, just knowing not to slip into the finishing mode, or making the super clean lines yet or whatever, till it's the right time, definitely helps.
Yeah. I feel that. I try to stay as loose as possible, but I also, man, I don't know, sometimes like I don't feel like I'm as loose as I could be. Like
Really?
I get to a yeah, I get to a point sometimes where I start overthinking and I stop just having fun with it,
Huh.
which I think is the main thing I always want to try to keep in mind, is to just have fun.
Right. Yeah. That's true. It can. It's funny. As weird as it sounds, it can be easy to not have fun
Hmm.
when you're doing something that's so cool as drawing. Like it's such a fun thing. It's such a like just inherently it's something fun.
Yeah.
But we can turn it into something less fun for sure.
Adding on that unnecessary pressure, huh?
Yeah. And then you add into the fact that like for us, we're here doing it live in front of thousands of people. We're just really piling it on for ourselves.
Yeah.
But I'm having a good time.
I trying to figure out where I'm gonna put some of this shadow. How many passes do you normally take with your sketches?
Uh, like in the pencil phase.
Yeah, whether in your pencil phase or if you're doing like digital like me, how many times would you go through and lighten it up, or your next layer? When do you do that?
Right. Um, well, sometimes I wind up when I'm doing digitally specifically. I feel like I wind up completely restarting more often
Really?
than when I'm doing traditional. Yeah,
Oh,
like I'll be doing a sketch or whatever, and if it ain't just working out, bro, I'm gonna just delete that layer.
yeah.
To be honest.
I feel like that's the beauty of um, digital. You know,
Yeah.
the fact that you can do that whenever you want,
Yep.
and it doesn't really cost you anything. It doesn't really hurt anything. Like, you can
Yeah.
only erase so much for with paper and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Definitely know about that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But if I do like go through with the drawing digitally, I think I usually only lighten it down. I'll do a rough sketch. I'll lighten that down and do tighter pencils,
Mhm.
and then lighten that down and then do the inks.
I see. I see.
So I guess that is really pretty much the same mindset I think of with traditionally too,
Uh,
but I wind up gracing more. And that, like I guess I don't give up on the sketches as quickly.
really,
Traditional, right? Yeah, like this Lily sketch here, I definitely was not really feeling, and it's getting a little better.
it's
But
looking
like,
good on my end.
thanks, man. But if I was doing the digital, and if we went back 5 minutes ago, it would have been gone. It would have been garbage. I'm on a new layer. I'm trying to find reference. I'm frustrated. Not
Right.
really, but yeah. So, um, and that's pretty much the same thing. Traditionally, I stay as loose as I can while I'm figuring out where everything's supposed to go. That's really the main thing for me is getting the proportions and the positioning right.
Mhm.
Especially when we're drawing faces, which we do so often, and if you're drawing eyes, right, we're
Yep.
definitely spending time making sure they're in the right spot and the
Yep.
right size um, before I start, really trying to make it look nice.
Yeah, no, I do feel that. And I still like you said, we're drawing faces often, and there's still that I don't know, I feel like I'm proficient at it, but sometimes it takes me a while to get to the desired result. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like at this point with how long we've been drawing, I be feeling like sometimes we should be, or I should be getting to that end zone a lot quicker than what I do.
Yeah.
You know
Feel
what I
you
mean?
there, man. I agree.
I be like, dang, you still trying to figure this pose out? Like this should be a pose that you're fairly comfortable with now at this point, but it don't always work that way.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean, man. And that can be a unpleasant mental road to go down for sure.
Hell yeah,
But,
it can.
because I mean, uh, it's going to happen however it happens at the end of the day.
True.
And still, we are, like you said, getting efficient at actually making it happen. I know for sure for me, I've lots of sketches over the years where, I don't ever figure it out. I don't ever figure out what, right, and I don't get into that place. So now, sure, yeah, it maybe takes a while, but at least I'm actually getting there.
Hmm.
And,
Yeah.
if you look, I go through my old sketchbooks, there's definitely a lot of unfinished drawings in there, and they're not finished because they got hard and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
You couldn't see your mistake or whatever. So that's something we gotta kind of try to keep in perspective also.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. That's a fact, dude. And I do you still Do you still feel like you get into those situations where if it's too difficult, you kind of just avoid it altogether? Or have you gotten to the point to where you're able to like fight through that?
Why you gotta call me out on life like this, bro?
Man, because I'm going through the same thing, and I'll tell you, I'll speak from experience. Like I got this commission that I'm working on right now, and it
Yeah,
is Wolverine and Storm. Now I've drawn Wolverine a lot. I've drawn him more than a few times. However, I'm still, I don't know, second guessing myself almost the whole time. Like I haven't done it before.
yeah,
And it's been something that I've kind of procrastinated or avoided for a couple weeks now just because it's hard.
yep. I'm with you too. I guess since you're coming clean, I'll come clean too. Yeah, I'm also avoiding things. I too am running away from drawings that I told people I would do for them.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Um,
man.
and it's a weird thing, because like really, like you said, objectively, if you sit down and look at it, it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like you have a fear of something that is totally irrational, right? Because you have the ability to do that, and if you sat down and did it, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Exactly. However, it's
However,
it's not working out that way.
you know what they say, man? Fear
What?
is a mile wide and an inch deep.
Oof. Dropping jewels today.
Think about it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Think you're
It's
gonna drown, but
a
you step in
mile
there.
wide and an inch deep, huh?
They say, man.
I don't feel like the lighting is coming the way that I wanted to go.
Really,
I don't know.
it's okay, bro. I just erased one of my eyes. I'm redrawing it.
Are you?
Yeah, it was
Good.
definitely. I'm hoping that this is the one that's correct.
With with some of my stuff nowadays, like I still just want to find more easy. I don't know, find different ways of getting to the end game. I want my art to be cleaner and stuff, but I don't want the energy to, once you start going over it, you lose some of that energy that you had when you initially drew it. So I try to
Yep.
keep my sketches as sketchy as possible. That way, even when I'm going through and cleaning it up, it's still kind of sketchy.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like I still want it to be sketchy, but
Right.
I want it to be clean too.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just finding the balance, right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's that damn balance.
Dude, it just keeps haunting us. Leave me alone. I want to be imbalanced. Pleasure only, no pain. Happy onlyness. Happiness only. Sunshine only, no rain. We don't want balance.
Look, I got his face in shadow. Have you done the it's kind of like a challenge where you just go through kind of like what we did before with just the dark shapes, and then you kind of see if your mind it's kind of like the scribble challenge, right? So you just go in with your shapes and then you allow your mind to kind of make sense of it and go from there.
Oh yeah, sure. Like you're using it like a Rorschach test or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool. I haven't done that, but that sounds cool.
yeah. You should try that out. Anything that you can do or that we can do to force our minds to create something.
So what do you do? Do you just make a bunch of shapes?
Yeah. You're gonna have like an underlying drawing like this, and then you're gonna go in and just I don't know, block out shapes and cut in, but you're only cutting in black and white. I seen, I think it was like Ben Elbin. Some of the things he does, like I know he works a lot in 3D and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, but then when he's ready to start coloring stuff, he'll go in with his grayscale, and he'll start cutting in shapes and shadows and stuff. And I was watching him one day, and I saw him create a few shadows that I thought he would have like acted on,
Yeah.
and he didn't. So I don't know if he actually like saw what he did.
Really?
Yeah, he might not have even known like what he did.
Right. It
And I
just
was
slipped
like,
through.
"Oh, you missed it. Like you could have created this, or you could have done this, that, and the third."
Right. He just totally missed it.
Missed the whole thing.
Not you though.
I miss it all the time. You be telling
That's
me,
clever.
you and B, when y'all be looking at my stuff, like he was like, "Oh, you should have Darkwing Duck come out of the panel." I was like, "Oh,
Oh,
I
that's a
had
good
it that
idea.
way," but then I also thought it's like, okay, well, let's just keep them in the panels. I didn't want them to intrude too much in the other one. And then when I cleaned it up and I just let them come out of the panel, it did look
Yeah.
better. Yeah, it did. It did look like that would have been the better way to go.
I
Hmm.
feel you. Isn't that the worst when you make a decision, like you have two choices,
Hmm.
like in your process, and you're not talking to anybody about it, you're just doing it on your own.
Yeah.
And you decide one thing, you're like, this is the right decision.
Hmm.
And then afterwards, somebody, you show them the art, they're like, oh bro, you should have done this instead. And it was that other thing that you didn't choose.
Yeah.
Like you didn't tell them about it or anything. That was
Yeah.
just their opinion.
Right.
They just called you out basically that you made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
They don't know it. They're just very innocent.
Yeah.
That
Let,
hurts, man.
let me ask
Doesn't
you
feel good.
this. Let me ask you this, and it's kind of on the same thing, but it's another one of those like vulnerable moments. But do you find yourself as an artist still sometimes getting defensive when people try to give you their critiques about your art or their suggestions? But even to double down on that, is it worse when they're not even artists?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, as far as if it's worth it or not, I think that comes down to who is the art for at the end
Hmm.
of the day.
Hmm.
Are you making art for other artists or are you making art for non-artists?
Right.
And that I think will kind of answer that. But I mean, I'm definitely not as defensive as before, and I'm way more open to critiques. I mean, I always have been. But even still, like I would say that, and then it would hurt, right? When someone actually does critique you.
Yeah.
But no, now I want people to tell me, what's wrong. Because I really, want to be not making those same mistakes. And the only time I want to say something,
Hmm. Yeah.
is what we just mentioned. When I make a decision, and then someone, critiques me, and they say I should have chose the other thing.
Yeah.
I want to be like, oh, I almost did that, but I decided not to.
Yeah.
Like I always want to be like, I know what you're talking about. I saw that too, but I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I usually don't say anything. That's the one time when I'm feeling the need to.
Yeah.
It just sucks, man.
Sometimes.
I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I see that too. I
Right.
thought it was fine.
Right. Sometimes I don't say anything at all. I just let it fly, you know?
Yeah.
But I remember I was showing someone one of my pieces, and I thought it was good, like for it being simple or whatever. And then the individual was like, "Oh, you should add more shadow." And I was like, "Oh yeah? I should add more shadow? Like where? Let me see. Where would you add the shadows?" "Oh, that's
Right.
not it's not my cup of tea. Oh, I didn't know that because you sounded so sure when you said where would you put the
Yeah.
shadows if you were to do it? Show me. Couldn't do
For
it.
real. Yeah. What are you talking about?
But then at the end of
That's
the day, I realized that was just me getting defensive, and I don't need to do that.
maybe.
It felt
I mean,
defensive.
all right. Yeah, I get it. I get it,
Yeah,
bro.
it felt a little defensive.
Yeah.
I was like,
And that's kind
back
of a
it up.
natural thing.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
for me,
you gotta back it up for me, bro.
yeah, I get you.
hmm What were you saying though?
It could be a tough thing. I was just gonna say that, like, even if I disagree with someone's criticism, I'll still think about it, and I'll still um like see where they're coming from, or at least like I treat it as a valid thing. Because at the end of the day, like I want my drawings or my art or whatever to look cool,
Yeah.
right? And I want everybody to look at my art and be like, bro, that's freaking cool. I give you some money for that,
hmm
right?
hmm
So like, if someone's looking at my art and they're like, hey, yo, that doesn't look right, bro. That eye is not in the right spot, or whatever they're saying.
hmm
Um, Even if I'm sure that they're wrong, or if maybe I test out whatever they say and it doesn't look better,
hmm
I still think about it, because like that's a person who could have thought it was cool, and they didn't. So what are they seeing that's different from what I see?
hmm
I try and learn from it, even if I disagree with it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
About this Lily drawing.
Now, who is that character that you're drawing?
This is Lily. She's from Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
She is a Leo. Sorry, my baby's in here talking.
Oh, that's all good.
But no, she's a new character. She's Have you played Street Fighter at all? Were you ever into those games?
I was, but I didn't. I don't remember her.
Right.
So
Well,
I
she's
don't.
new. Do you know who? Do you remember T Hawk?
Uh.
T Hawk. He's a guy, but she is like a character who's related to him. She's from his tribe or something, or
Oh.
she learned from him or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But she's just a character that I like playing in the game. She's cool.
How's
She's
this
fun. And I
looking?
was playing the other day. I had something made me. I don't know why. I was playing the game
hmm
for the first time in a while, and just she's pretty fun. She's a pretty fun character.
Is she? What are her like powers? Does she have any powers or no?
She uses wind. She uses wind. She has these two weapon things that she holds one in each hand, and she basically controls the wind, so she can do these like fast dashing, like spinning attack. And she can charge up her wind to make her moves stronger. She's got command grabs. All about those command grabs. So she's pretty fun. She's pretty cool. She's about to mix up. She wants to get up in your business and make you guess.
Yeah.
Am I gonna hit you? Am I gonna grab you? What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
And go from there. But yeah, she's cool.
Oh man, I gotta erase this. Check this out. What do you think?
That's pretty cool, man. I like it. I think that's gonna be an awesome sticker.
Thank you. Oh.
Fantastic sticker. Maybe a keychain. Maybe a bumper sticker.
Yeah, Daryl did that. Shout out to Daryl Damper. He took one of my sketches and made a keychain out of it. He showed me today. It looked pretty legit. I put it in the chat for you guys to see. Yeah. He hit me up. He was like, "Oh, you want me to make a keychain?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Let's see what that looks like." I need to ask him like, how are you making those? What's he got?
Yeah, for real. I was wondering that too because I saw the ones he did of his stuff.
Hmm.
And I was wondering if he was just like, is he producing them? Is he getting them somewhere? Is he, definitely curious about it.
It seems like he's doing them himself, which is cool.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he's doing it himself.
He done some crazy stuff, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he didn't he have the high top? He did the high top,
Yeah,
not mannequin, but the statue.
yeah. He had a little action figure.
There we go.
I think it was all like it was articulated and everything.
Ugh, that's so dope.
Yeah, for real. Talk about bold, man. Shout out to Hype Top.
I don't know what else I want to do with this, if anything at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I feel I'm mentally spent. I got a show tomorrow, like a gallery,
nice.
and we've been working on it all month. I get to the point to where it's like, oh, I'm so happy it's here because I'm ready for it to be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But then you just got more shows, which thank God because I like being busy. I like being productive. I like feeling like I
Right,
got more things coming up and stuff.
right. But it is a lot still at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
does
yeah, it's
become a little
kind of busy.
taxing.
It's still busy.
Yeah, it
I hear you, bro.
it does become taxing. I just got booked for this one show. So I got one October 4th, and then
Yeah,
I just got booked for November 24th at the Moreno Valley Mall. But
yeah.
this people they go by Nerds and Hip Hop. So
Okay,
yeah, I definitely had to get on that
for real.
and
That's
see
gonna be a
what
good
that's
show.
like. If it's like a convention style, then my sketch cards do good. They always seem to do good around at that kind of stuff.
Right.
I
Are
went
you gonna
to
do any?
uh-huh.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go
Oh, you're gonna do any like things specifically for that, like some hip hop mashups?
exclusive stuff. I haven't thought of it. Shit, that's a good idea,
Draw
and I
hip
might
hop,
have to do that.
people as superheroes or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, that's good. I should do that. That would make sense. Cause I went to CreepyCon and I signed up to do it, but then visiting, I'm kinda glad that I didn't because I don't feel like I would have had as much. Like, I don't know who would have bought my stuff. I had superheroes and, comic illustration pinups, not anything necessarily creepy, you know?
Right. And that was really it was pretty focused on that.
Yeah, for the most part. And actually, as I was going through, kind of like what me and you were talking about when I was asking if you were gonna do like a horror night or watch movies, stuff like that. I kind of feel like I'm not. I'm kind of falling out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Really?
yeah, like it's not holding my interest as much as it used to. And
Yeah.
even now, when I'm doing like our comic illustration and stuff, I think I'm kind of falling into a newer way of approaching it. So I still want to do heroes and comic characters and stuff, but I think
Right.
the way I want to do it, I might change up. I'm not sure exactly how just yet to like explain it further, but I do know how I want to approach these characters. I got to find a unique way, you know, a
Yeah.
unique way of doing it. I don't feel like I'm there just yet. Not just yet.
But, but you feel a change coming though.
I do. I do. I feel a change coming. I'm just not sure how it's going to play out or even be
Right.
perceived. That makes sense.
I'm sure it'll be awesome, man. I'm excited to see what you got cooking.
Yeah. Sure,
Very excited to see it. Meanwhile, just taking forever over here. It's okay. It's a chill Thursday.
Yeah, bro.
Anybody just now tuning in? We're doing some chill sketching. Thursdays we'll do sometimes challenges, sometimes just kind of whatever's going on, whatever we have to be working on at the moment. Just more of a laid back hanging out session.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. We got on my end, I got 4 people watching. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. We're just sketching right now, nothing serious, nothing important.
Working. It's a strong word, man.
I know it is.
What makes a drawing important?
If there's money attached to it, and start there.
Yeah.
So if someone's paying you to do something or to have done something, yeah, I think it's pretty important.
It's all about the money, huh?
All That's about the Benjamins.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm the same.
Oops.
That's the only time I'm nervous is if I'm getting paid for it.
You said that you're currently working with one of your boys on like a comic idea, huh?
Yeah, we are. Actually, have been trying to do some more design for that. I don't have much to design before I start drawing the first chapter or whatever. But I do have some more that I need to do. I need to design a helmet.
What type of helmet?
This guy. Like a military helmet. It'll cover his face. It's for like one of the main bad guys or one of the early bad guys.
Oh yeah, I got you.
And it's gonna have, and so I'll probably have like either a generic mask for all the soldiers, or like his will be slightly different. And it'll be something generic for the regular guys or whatever. It needs some claw marks, a claw mark logo for everybody.
Okay.
So I get that figured out. We got a question in the chat. Night Ninja Arts asks, how does it feel to change from traditional art to digital?
Oh, good question. It's kind of a loaded question too, because it depends. When I first got into digital drawing, it was difficult because I wasn't drawing on the iPad. I was drawing on like a Wacom tablet, which is still good and it gets the point across, but there's a separation that I feel like the iPad alleviates. So if you're trying to go from traditional to digital, you want it to feel the same. At least I did personally. I wanted it to feel the same because I didn't want it to be too different from what I'm used to. So the iPad helped me with that because it's still kind of like drawn on paper. You still got the Apple Pencil. You still have all the aesthetics of like traditional art. The only thing is you're drawing on a screen. And to really help with that, you just get like a screen protector that's got some sort of texture to it. And yeah, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That works for me.
The texture screen protector is a big one. You recommended that to me too, and I never go back.
Yeah. It kind of helps bridge the gap a little bit more when you're doing digital. Hopefully that helps you. Good question.
Yeah. Thanks for chiming in. Everybody always feel free to join in the conversation. Questions, comments.
Night Ninja Arts. Good question. How was that transition for you? Because you actually, Remember, I made it a thing where I was like, "Man, I'm drawing too much digital," and I actively, focused more on traditional work, that way I can find more of a middle ground. Was that something that you went through as well? Did you have to?
Not as much.
Mhm.
I was more. I mean, I started off with traditional.
Yeah.
I've really always been a majority like a sketchbook artist.
Uh-huh.
Like most of my drawings for the first couple years, of me drawing seriously are just all in sketchbooks.
Yeah.
Um, and so then when I did get the iPad and I got Procreate, it was weird at first.
Mhm.
There's the smooth thing and just digital. It's just it did take me some getting used to.
Mhm.
And I don't think for me my digital drawing ever like necessarily surpassed my traditional drawing. If that makes
Yeah.
like I don't think that I don't think I've really done better digitally. Um, like as far as the process being easier or maybe more comfortable with it. So it's never really been that big of a deal for me. Although I do think, I mean, except for coloring digital, I definitely um, do better.
What's your process when you're doing your digital work? So if you were walk me through your steps if you don't mind. So what I mean, like initial, you do your initial sketch and then you lighten it down and then what?
Yep, sketch, lighten it down. I'll do like a couple passes with a
Uh-huh.
pencil brush. Just getting everything cleaned up. Then I'll ink it, um, and then when I move on to the colors, I use clipping masks a lot. I like using clipping masks. So I'll either fill the whole drawing with one color and then do um, all my different colors on top of that, like separate layers, but they're all clipping masks.
Uh-huh.
I'll just start with flats and then usually my shadows and then my lights after that. And
Mm.
then I'll go in and do the fine tuning, the finishing touches once I've gone through all those.
So you use clipping masks and stuff?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. I
Usually, so I'll have like one layer that's the base color,
uh-huh.
and then another layer on top of that is my lights layer,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
that's clipping mask to the first layer, so they're all just linked together. And
Yeah.
then a separate layer is for the shadows. A separate layer does the highlights. Um, I do break it all up by layer like that,
Yeah.
and then clipping masks to keep like the skin together or the costume together or the mask, whatever.
But you only do it by layers, right? You don't do it do you do it by color? Like if you're using, different colors, do you do a clipping mask for each color?
Um, I mean, yeah, I guess I break it up into like sections.
Mhm.
Yeah. So each base color is has its own flipping masks. Yeah, for the lighting.
Mhm.
So like I would have all the skin. If I'm doing a full body and I got a face and hands, and they're both skin,
Yeah.
the lighting for those would be on one layer, right? The base color, and then all the lighting for that would just be on flipping mask layers above that.
Got you. See me, I always I always tried to keep it simple. So I'm just remember I never used to do like layer adjustments and stuff. I'm starting to get into it a lot more now. Um, but I'll do like my initial sketch, and sometimes I don't even go in with like an actual ink. Like I'll just use pencil to get the lines that I know I need or I want to have there. And then
Really,
sometimes, dude, sometimes there's no ink, actual ink on my piece. It still gives it I'm looking for that traditional feel, even though I know it's digital. You know what I mean? I don't want it to feel like it's digital. Have you ever seen someone's digital works look so good that you just know it's AI?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want mine to still feel digital. I still want it to feel, I'm sorry, traditional. I still want it to feel traditional. So even the approach, like when I'm coloring, I still do it as if it's pencil and paper.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get you.
Yeah,
I respect it, bro.
I try to do it like that.
I like it. We got another chat from Night Ninja Arts asking, what exercise do you recommend when starting to draw? So, like when you're making a finished piece and you want to get warmed up to start drawing.
Oh, good question. Good question. So what I do, I start by drawing a character that you're most comfortable with, and you just sketch it. Don't apply pressure. Don't try to come up with a good, you know what I mean? Don't try to make a work of art. Just have fun, right? So
Yep.
if you have a character that you are very comfortable in drawing, um, so who's the character that you're comfortable in drawing? I can just Batman. So I come up with a Batman and I just go from there. You
Yep.
just want
You know
to
that.
you just want to get like some good placements and get rid of whatever type of I don't know, pressure you would add to yourself like
Yep.
this,
It's good advice.
right? You
I
come
agree.
up with your pose, um, you know, and let's see, just keep it simple. After you get used to drawing your people or whoever you're comfortable with, apply that same practice or approach to another character. Whether it's another character from the same universe or even a character that looks completely different. That way you can get different, you know what I'm saying? Like different shapes that you might not normally draw with Batman or whoever. One thing that I know that I'm still getting used to is how thick do I want to make like the neck or the head or, you know, whatever. But if you're just warming up, don't worry about that. Just come up with your overall shape. Come up with your overall head shape, circle, do your jaw, do your cylinder for the neck, and apply your simple shadows. Just warm up. Some people, like, I think, G, you say you do this. Do you draw like the circles and do you do the more traditional?
Yeah, I do. I don't do that every time to warm up.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is one option I do. I like drawing boxes, especially.
Hmm.
So box, I'm a big fan of that. Um, but yeah, really, you just want it to be, like you said, something you're comfortable with, something low pressure. And ideally, if you can, also like here, they said they're comfortable drawing astronauts. So one thing
Start
I would
there.
probably do if I liked drawing astronauts, and if I was getting ready, I know I'm about to sit down for some serious art. Before that, I'm going to do some more chill art. So I would draw an astronaut exploring something, exploring blank, right? And fill that in with whatever creative idea you have. Yeah, I would
Hmm.
draw an astronaut who's exploring a giant coffee cup, right? Because I know coffee cups are easy to draw. Like, just have to draw a cylinder with a bowl and the handle on the side, and then you can draw your astronaut exploring it,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever, So try and that's a big thing also that helps me is just doing the simple things, the like fundamental things or whatever I'm comfortable with,
Hmm.
making it more fun by trying to do something creative with it. Trying to, and the more ridiculous, the more fun. I think, for me specifically, at least, I know a lot of times the warm up, just weirdo sketches I do turn out being like something fun, or like I'll look back on those and I'll be like, oh, I remember when I drew that. That was so funny. How'd I even come up with that or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's that's what I would recommend. Draw something you like, that you're comfortable with, or something you're practicing. Just make it fun.
So he said that he normally draws astronaut, which is still cool because of the shapes that are involved with that. You got a lot of circles and you can cylinders and you can do a lot of squares and stuff. um, that works out. So focus on that and just get quicker with it. One of the things that I'm still trying to work on is I want my speed to be there. I want to be quick, because the way I'm thinking about it, G, if we're at a convention and people want you to sketch stuff, they don't always have time for you to be trying to figure it out. I want to be fairly quick at what it is that I'm trying to, I don't know, I guess create.
I'm with you, man. I'm trying to catch up to you.
What? Nah, lies and deception.
Yeah, I agree, and I agree 100%. Like, it's, that's a super useful skill with the kind of art we're trying to do, kind of businesses we're trying to run. Same thing with streaming. I want to have full dope pieces done every stream. No big deal.
Yeah.
Jim Lee style, right? You go watch Jim hanging out, and he's just doing 11x17s. Like
it's nothing. Like it's nothing. It's ridiculous.
Here's a quick, fully inked, freaking 11x17 drawing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, alrighty. Dang, bro. So it's, even though I'm not, in the same convention circles as you, I'm still thinking about that also. I'm with you there.
I want to get more, I don't know, I want to get more comfortable with just changing up stuff. I want different styles. Like, I want to be able to draw, even if it's Batman, I want him to be however I want him to be. You got the different versions of Batman. Like, you have the Dark Knight where he's a little bit stockier. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean, the Dark Knight, like the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller type. And I like that, and I want to kind of mix that with how I already draw him, which I feel like is more Jim Lee. Jim Lee doesn't draw Batman super stocky,
Right, yeah. Definitely not. Have you seen the new Batman that's coming out next month? The new Batman?
No, I haven't. And is it a comic book?
Yeah. Gotcha. It's well, I'm pretty sure you've seen the covers. I'm pretty sure Brian showed us the covers of all three of them. It's like these new versions of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But the Batman one, oh my god, bro, it's so sick. They cooked it. It's so dope. And he's big. He's stocky.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw there was a preview about it. He there's some panels or something where he takes his bat symbol, right, like on his chest, and he turns it into an axe.
Oh.
Like the bat is like the head of an axe. He just attaches it to this thing and just starts going to work.
Is it out already or no?
No, it's coming out.
It's coming out
so soon. But there's like a decent amount of art that they've showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Preview kind of stuff. But it's pretty cool.
You know what? Like I had mentioned, some of the things I know I do need to do, like my practices, because I need to work on my line control, being able to start and stop. You know, if you draw your circle, you're supposed to
Right.
hatch in it, you know, without going out. So that's going to
Right.
teach you your pencil control, your line control, how to use your shoulder. I still draw more with my hand and my wrist versus shoulder.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Hmm.
That can definitely be a tough one right there. The E ones. Hmm.
I don't care what I'm going through. I can always draw Batman,
That's
which is
right, bro. You
funny.
can. That's right
Which
there.
which is funny because I was never like team Batman. I was more of a Superman fan.
Really?
Yeah, I know,
That's interesting.
isn't it?
Little. That is. That is. Huh. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I have a Superman as tattoo on my chest and everything, dude.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Not Batman. I even got the
Okay.
Green Lantern. So, Green Lantern Rebirth #6, that comic
Yeah.
cover, I had that as a tattoo. Such a nerd.
Really?
Such a nerd, yeah.
That's so cool.
I know, it's such a
You got me beat, I guess. I got a Batman. I got the Dark Knight Batman on my arm.
see?
And I did a spider logo myself on my leg.
Yeah. Back when you were doing your tattoo work, bro.
Tattoo art.
Who outside of shapes and stuff, who is your character, your go-to character to cool down sketch or warm up sketch?
Probably. I don't know, man. It's probably Spider Man, really.
Spider-Man too. God, I love drawing Spider-Man.
Or Batman. It would be Spider Man or Batman, but I think I'm more consistent with Spider Man.
Yeah.
So if I'm not necessarily like, he would be more of a go to, I guess, because he'd be like easier,
Hmm.
I think. We got a couple questions from Night Ninja. How would you recommend cartoonizing a real human? Because your friends want you to do that, but you don't know how. Well, bro, it's tough, to be honest.
Yeah.
At first, not at first, but it does get easier. Um, really, the only way that I've been able to really get it down is to just try it multiple times.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
reference pictures of them and go for it. Really, really, what it comes down to is the eyes and the nose and the mouth be in the right spot.
Yeah.
And it has to be the right kind of shape. Like, really, that's what it comes down to. You know, if they like wear glasses or they, usually are wearing a hat, stuff like that makes it easier. You know, like if you can add things about their personality in there, or like I said, if they wear glasses, like if you got a friend or whatever and you draw just like face and put some glasses on it, most of the time people will be like, "Oh yeah, bro, that's it." It's like that's a good cheat, but really you just gotta try it a bunch of times.
um
You draw dynamic poses like Spider Man. Same thing, really. It just takes a lot of trying over
it
and over again.
it really is. It's repetitive. Repetition is the father of learning. So
Yeah.
you got to use reference because dynamic poses, that's more like that's not that's more intermediate or advanced. When you're drawing dynamic poses, you got to have a good sense of anatomy. And the same thing with caricature. That's essentially what you're talking about when you take a likeness and kind of like cartoonize it a little bit. I think that's just caricature, and that's an art all to itself. You kind of have to learn the shapes, like the basic shapes that create whatever form, like the triangle, the circle, the squares, and then you got to be able to transform those into 3 dimensions. That way you can push and pull and make it. One of the things, because me and Grant, we're not gonna lie, we're still beginners, kind of like you. And one of the things that we always talked about when we were doing our research is you have to learn the rules before you can break them, so to speak. You know what I mean? So you do have to have a good general understanding of what makes a person look like a person or a human or, however, and then you'll be able to break it. So if you want to, you know, um, I don't know, I guess accent their nose if they have a bigger nose, then you got to figure out how to take that shape and push and pull it to create whatever look you're going for that's going to be most appealing to you. It's very difficult to me.
Yeah. And also, how do you know they have a big nose?
You're looking at them.
Okay, but
you're looking at them. So
you gotta know how big a normal nose is, though.
Right. Yeah,
You don't know
you're
how
right.
to draw a normal sized nose, then it's gonna be difficult to draw a slightly larger nose.
Facts.
But also, Luca in the chat has a drawing exam tomorrow. Good luck.
Oh man, good luck, Luca. What is it? You're drawing exam for what? Like, what do you got to do? Do you have to do something specific? Is it like life drawing? You know what I mean? Yeah. I took a lot of life drawings, and I'm not even gonna lie. I was terrible at school, so I kept getting dropped.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't lie about that. I know. It's not my proudest moment.
Hey man, that's how it goes. I've actually only taken class ever in my life. It's when I was doing I did some college classes for a while, and I was considering getting into drawing. Okay, so I wasn't drawing outside of this or whatever. But so I went in, and I just didn't really know what I was doing, because I wasn't really into it or whatever. I asked the teacher, I was like, "Hey, yo, so how do you do this or whatever?" I was looking for a little advice, and she was basically just like, "Come on, bro, you don't know how to do this? Get out."
She said, "It doesn't matter how much advice I give you."
Yeah. She's like, "Get out! Stop wasting my time."
Right.
So I actually wound up dropping out of that class.
Did you?
Yep, I quit, and then turns out years later, I get into drawing, and now here I am with drawing in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
With the legendary D grades.
That's right. Don't forget the legendary.
Started from the bottom, now I'm here. Right?
We need to look up your teacher so we can show them. Look at what I'm doing now, teacher.
For real.
I'm still playing with shadow. Like, lighting is such a straightforward yet tricky thing, I still get to the point to where I'm losing where I want my light to come from. It's got to make sense all together. And you use things like handy and all of that, right? So you can keep up with your shadow shapes or your whatever.
I do be cheating, that's for sure.
You said cheating?
I did say cheating.
He's got tools and he thinks it's cheating. That's a real artist right there.
Yeah, that's true. I do be using the tools. Yeah, but I'm not using anything right now. We're just going for it. I'm not even testing this color. I don't have any spare paper near me, so I'm just kinda going for it.
Yeah. I'm just drawing. We got talking about drawing a character you're familiar with, and look at me, I'm stuck on Batman now.
Right.
He actually looks pretty cool though. Not gonna lie.
It is nice.
And this is what I do. I take it and I keep pushing and pulling it. So now that I have up to this point, I'll probably go in and kind of accent some of the things that I feel make the piece look cool.
Okay.
So like if I want to accent the mask or oops, not that way. If I want to accent the mask or the nose or anything to make it look cool, now is the time to do it. After you do your first pass and you erase, now you go in and start only taking the lines that make sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, good. I'll be speaking to myself sometimes. So, you got the Adam's apple and stuff. You want to make sure that you push that, but you don't have to go further. You don't have to do the extra stuff. Even some of the things that you might have missed, you can add. Because, as I always say, you want to be influenced by your sketch, not bound by it.
That's a good one.
Trademark pending.
That's a good one, bro. For real.
Let's see.
Got another question. What causes? It's also from Night Ninja. What causes burnout when drawing?
Pressure.
Pressure. Yeah.
I feel like the only thing that will cause you to be burned out is if you're adding pressure to your art or to whatever this is just my opinion, our opinion on the matter. But I personally feel like the more pressure you add to what it is you're doing, the more pressure you have to be good with it. You know what I mean? And I feel like adding in that pressure and the stress that comes with it, it makes you start avoiding it. Me personally, I start avoiding it and then I get burnt out. Um
That's the
I've because art is a release for me, so I don't get burnt out just from drawing, but I do get burnt out from the pressure that I add for the drawing.
right.
What about you?
I agree.
Yeah.
That's it. I agree. I'm not having fun, or so another way to say it. Like if I'm not having, or if it feels like it's something I have to do instead of
Mhm.
something I want to do,
Yeah.
that's when I'm gonna burn out.
And I think we all get there. We all have that moment of burnout.
True, man. Just can't last. Don't let it last forever.
Yeah. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to step away. But if you find yourself taking too much time off or you're not interested in anymore, then you probably need to kind of reevaluate. Like, are you doing it for the right reasons? Are you just trying to make money? Or, if the money's not coming, how does that make you feel? Is it a problem?
Right. Yep. You gotta answer those questions.
You got to answer those questions for yourself.
That's right. Just keep on trucking on, bro.
Good question. I like him. He's got good questions.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
What type of art do you want to do specifically? And that question is for Night Ninja. What type of art do you want to do?
Yeah. Let us know what you got going on.
Yeah. Are you also doing comic um, illustration work like us, or do you want I don't know something else?
Yeah. What's up with the astronauts? Do you have an astronaut story that you want to draw,
Yeah.
or that's just something that you like doing? I know for me, when I first started drawing, I would just draw things, just kind of whatever. like things that I liked, or just random. I would just get hooked, just get like stuck on drawing the same things. But I didn't have like a reason for it. It's just kind of what I wound up doing.
No, I do. I know exactly what you mean.
Which is fine. There doesn't have to be a reason, obviously. Look at me now. Look at me now.
I think I might have made that a little too dark. Maybe not.
I don't know. It's looking nice, man.
It's looking good.
Like what you got going on.
If you say so. I'll go with it.
I'm just still doing this Lily here. I wasn't the plan, but just kind of having fun with it, chilling.
I like what you're doing. She looks good too, and it's traditional, bro.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
I would say it'd be available, but the site isn't up yet, so just stay tuned.
Have you decided on a price point yet? Like, what's gonna be your go-to price?
I mean, it'll depend if it's colored or inked or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have it also so like, if someone's on the stream and wants it, they get it for, a cheaper price than whatever I'll post it on the store. But I'm not sure. I haven't nailed down the specifics yet.
We got a question from Photogenic Anus. He says, I have had a lot of people tell me that I should charge for my art, but I am not comfortable charging my friends and family and people that want to hire me. I always end up just giving away my art. That's something, in my personal opinion, you do want to be careful of. If it's your art and you're doing it because you want to, it's perfectly fine. You don't have to put a price tag on everything. But you do want, how do you say that? Like, it depends on, do you want to sell your art? If you want to sell your art, then make it a point to do so. And try not to let people bully you on your prices. You'll eventually know if you're overcharging for your art, or you'll surprise yourself of how much you're actually undercutting yourself. I learned that the hard way. Fortunately, I have the type of friends that are more likely to buy my art for whatever it is I'm asking versus them to try to get me to lower my price.
Nice.
If you make it clear to your friends, family, and loved ones what your goals are, it's important for them to support you in that. And I think them trying to undercut your price could actually say the opposite. Say, well, I support you, but I'm not going to support you that much. And that's what you want to be mindful of. Don't take it personal, but it is something that I personally keep in mind, and I utilize that moving forward. I used to feel like you're more likely to sell something to a complete stranger than to a friend or family because the expectation, well, we're boys. Like, why are you charging me? You know what I mean? Like, hook it up. And I don't like that attitude because that's got no place in business.
Right.
I would never do that to my friends. If my friend said that they're starting an art business, I'm more likely to pay exactly what they're asking or even a little bit more to show my support than to try to get them to lower their price to fit my needs. That's selfish.
Right.
But
But
that's
at the same
just,
time,
yeah.
I know exactly what photogenic anus is talking about here.
Yeah.
Because like I'm the same way, man. I don't
Yeah.
really feel comfortable charging people, especially if it's so for me, I haven't run into my friends wanting discounts
Uh-huh.
or being like that,
Yeah.
I'm lucky to have, good crew or whatever. But I feel like I should discount them.
But that's
You know
you.
what I mean? Like I feel more comfortable
Yeah.
charging someone I don't know
Yeah.
what my art is worth
Yeah.
compared to my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get a commission from my friend, dude I've been friends with for years.
Uh-huh.
You know, I don't want to be like, hey, bro, that'll be 150. You know, like
Yeah.
that's a challenge for me personally. So like,
Yeah.
even if it's not coming from other people,
Yeah.
you know, I think we can sometimes put that on ourselves.
100%. Yeah, I completely get that. And my approach with that was I would much rather provide the discount than for my friend to come in expecting the discount. You get what I'm saying? I would much rather, hey, this is what I sell it for, but because you're my boy and I appreciate the support, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. That's a choice that I'm able to make and something that I would feel comfortable for than to feel uncomfortable because I'm trying to make somebody else happy with my art.
Yeah.
I'm already giving you the piece, which is good enough, but now you want to try to start taking money out of my family's mouth. You know, not to put 100 on a 10, but you know that's what you're doing.
Right.
This is a business now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna go to my homeboy's place of business and be like, "Oh yeah, I want the hookup." That's so normal though. You know what I mean? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It's tricky, man.
It is. It is a tricky process, dude. You just kind of have to go with your instinct and your gut, and hopefully your friend will understand. Uh, Night Ninja Art says, "How do you take away the when looking for a reference or something to draw because it stops me from drawing with all the choices?" Very my god, I've been there so far, and that's another thing. Even in sales, I realized that if you have too many options, a person is more likely to walk away empty handed than to actually buy something. So if you feel like you have too many options and it's kind of putting a stop to what you want to do, just pick something specific, lower your limits. So if you want to do if you want to practice on the profile, only look at profile, but stick to your favorite character. Just say like Batman profile, and then go from there. When you're using your reference, what are you using it for? Are you using it for like costume detail, lighting detail, or stylistic choices? When you use reference G, what do you typically use it for?
Usually for pose and proportions.
Right. So you're looking, so we'll use that as an example. When reference, you're going and you're looking for a pose, right? So you just kind
Right,
of,
or head angle or whatever, right?
yeah, yeah. So you're just looking for that type of pose and you're going from there.
Yep.
My problem is Night Ninja, I still struggle with reference because I'll pull up the reference and I'll start using it, but then it goes to the wayside. And I end up missing things, kind of like what we were doing yesterday when we were drawing light with Death Note, and I added a nose. I could have easily avoided that by having reference, but I'll pull up reference and then I'll find that I'll use it too much, so I don't rely on reference. I try not to.
Yeah, it's a tough balance, bro.
Yeah, I try not to.
But
But
yeah, but doing it like that. Oh, here they said they use it for clothes design. Yeah, it's like you said, you want to limit those options somehow, right? If
yeah,
having too many possibilities is the problem,
yeah,
then just throw it down a bit, or think of it like a challenge, maybe. Think of it
yeah,
like I'm gonna open Pinterest and the first picture that comes up that has clothes in it, I'm gonna use that as reference. I'm gonna turn it into something cool. It
yeah,
doesn't matter if I like it. It doesn't matter if it's just not the kind of thing I would normally draw, the kind of clothes I would normally draw. Doesn't matter if it's green, blue, or purple. I'm gonna do the first thing that pops up. And give it
yeah,
like a time limit or something, so you're not suffering or anything. But that's one option that could help.
yeah. No, that's good advice. Good advice. Very solid.
Thanks, man. I've been there, man. It's tough, tough
Yeah,
out
it
here
is.
doing this drawing stuff,
Yeah, it
bro.
is, especially in front of a crowd.
Yeah, you think so?
Heck yeah, going live put me. It made me so anxious at first, but
Yeah.
thank you for making it a smooth transition and being helpful and supportive and stuff. Yeah, bro.
Fantastic.
You gotta have a good circle, a good circle of friends that help you out.
True.
What happened with this shadow right here? This shadow does not make sense.
What'd you do, bro?
I don't know. I don't remember putting that there.
Hmm. It wasn't me. I didn't put it there.
Are you sure?
It just says so they should lower their standards.
I wouldn't say lower your standards, lower your options. If you're going to look up references, only look on the first page. Just the main thing is to get yourself drawing. Don't don't put up a bunch of roadblocks because you will spend a lot of time looking for reference and then you might not even draw, or you won't draw as long as you planned on drawing because you used up all the time looking for something that you're only going to use for a little bit.
Yeah. And you're probably not going to find the perfect reference.
Yeah, you probably have to create what you're
You're
looking
seeing
for.
something in your head and you are looking for that thing, you're not going to find it. So in a way, maybe you should lower your standards, to not look for the perfect thing. That could be your problem.
Looking for perfection.
Yeah, looking for just the right reference. The reference that has just the angle that you can see in your head, or just the right, kind of wavy pattern on the clothes or whatever. And usually you're not going to find it. But if you could find something close, then you can use that as a springboard for your own internal creativity.
I saw
Just again.
I saw a interview, and I think it was Kevin Smith, and he said, and it kind of goes hand in hand to what you were saying. Remember, you had that saying, "Done is better than perfect." Sometimes you just need to get into the habit of doing what it is you want to do, because searching for perfection is going to stop you more than it's going to help. Perfection doesn't exist. You can see a perfect picture, and someone's always going to. There's that one person that's going to find something. Art at the end of the day is subjective. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you feel and what you're going for.
That's true.
There's going to be an audience. One thing I realized that if you put it out there, if you just do your work, you're going to find an audience, or your audience is going to find you. Because your style might not fit for everyone, but then the people who say that your style is bad, there's going to be that person out there like, oh, I love how messy it is. It's so energetic. I love this, that, and the third. Look at Tim Burton. It's a very particular style. Not everyone likes it, you know?
Right.
So but he's famous. You create art for the people that you want. Someone's gonna find it.
Good point. That's a very good point.
Someone's gonna find it.
Another question: let's say he says, I'm sorry. Let's say you're drawing your original character.
Mhm.
How do you keep consistent, looking the same?
Oh, consistency in drawing your original character. I think because that's kind of what we're learning actively as we're doing it now. Um, but the more you draw your character, the more you're going to realize shortcomings or shorthanded ways of doing to get done what you need done. So if you focus on the eyes, the jaw shape, or the features like that, if you keep those similar, everything else is just going to line up proper, right? So if you want your character to have a certain look or a scar or something that's identifiable, just focus on those key factors. Make sure that the nose is always the same. Make sure that the lips are always the same. Make sure that the eye shapes are always the same. Outside of that, I feel like you should be pretty good at just letting it go and coming away with the same results. Not all of them are going to be the same, but if you get those same key features, you should be good.
Or like one thing I've been doing is I've been working on some character design.
Uh-huh.
Is I've been drawing the same character in multiple angles.
Uh-huh.
That has really helped me. Let me see if I can find any of these without messing my painting up. But basically, so as I'm designing the character, I'm doing different versions. So I'm drawing, different versions of the face or whatever. But then once I get to having something that I like or something I can work from, I do it multiple times. So like here's a page where I was exploring this character with some kind of different, slightly varied faces. And then once I decided what I wanted to do, which was kind of a combination of these two, I went through and drew more side profiles, to solidify that, and then tried drawing him from the front, and tried drawing like if you can get the different angles locked in. I'm trying to find some more of this guy. It just becomes a lot more consistent, right? So it's like you said, draw multiple times, but also kind of with a purpose, and like try to your own character sheet for your character, and then just you have that as kind of a baseline reference.
I think Night Ninja, what you should do for your character, this is how I would do it. You draw your character, right? You do a sketch of them, and then notate the features that you want consistent through all of your, because whether the angle changes or not, the features are going to be the same. So as long as you pick out the features that you want to accentuate or make your character unique, keep those features, because the angle can change at any given time, but the features are going to be the same. So I think that's probably your best bet at finding consistency with one character. You know, if I want my Batman to look like the Dark Knight Batman's, I always want him to be stockier. I want his jaw to be thicker. Like he's got to be a real wide, chiseled jaw type person, you know? And no matter what angle you draw that in, as long as you have that wide jaw, you're still following suit with that character design, in my personal opinion.
Yep, makes a lot of sense.
Let's see. So, Night Ninja said, I think perfection is my problem. Thanks for helping me realize that. Hey, every problem is just a solution waiting to be found, my friend. Photogenic, I sound like B right now. We need to get B up in here. Photogenic Anna says, I find using 2 or 3 references and looking for the torso or the hands and the legs or head angle, whatever it is, but combining the references so it's exactly the reference and not a trace over. Yeah, that's another thing. Remember, G, when I first started, well, like when we first started our journey, I was always like, no, I don't want to use reference because I don't want to be overly influenced by it. I don't want to just be drawing what I'm seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which
I
is a
could see
valid
that.
concern for sure.
Yeah,
It's easy to do that,
I could see why you would feel that way for sure.
especially if you get good at copying pictures.
Yeah,
Then it's easy to just copy pictures.
yeah, yeah.
Which is, not necessarily a bad thing, right? Especially if you're learning or if you do realism.
Yeah.
And I mean, you gonna be copying pictures. That's how you
Right.
pay the bill, right?
Exactly.
But if you're trying to be creative, then that is less helpful.
Heck yeah.
Photogenic is doing a character study of your character is a must. Do all the different things. Yeah, I agree for sure, and that's helped me a lot too. Because like, I have a few characters like that or a couple that I've drawn multiple times that I kind of created.
Yeah.
And having kind of like a character sheet or like doing a study session of them.
Yeah.
And knowing what you want. Like you said, knowing what the features look like, right? Is crucial for sure.
I think so. I think that's what I would focus on. Photogenic Anna says, doing a character study. Oh, well, we got that. Night Ninja Art says, so I should keep drawing constantly to draw my OC to keep like a mental image of them no matter what the angle. Exactly. Once you get a good picture of what you want your character to look like, draw it over and over and over again. And the reason why I think you would do that is because not only are you recording it with your mental and your hand, your muscle memory, it's just muscle memory at the end of the day. You want to be able to throw down a Batman in 5 minutes. You want to be able to throw down your original character however quick you want it to be. So just keep focusing on that. Think of what your character is and then break it down to its most simplest form. That way, you understand it. You truly understand it, and you can draw it at any angle.
Yep, it's all about understanding.
And time. Don't rush the process, because the more you draw it, the more you realize that you might want to change some stuff, or you get influenced, or you know what I mean? There's different things that are going to help you with that process.
And it is a process. It
Don't
can be
we
a
know?
journey, not a
Trust me.
destination.
Trust me. We know. We're here. We're
Yep.
here with you guys.
It's a road. It's a fun one. I'm glad to be here with you, bro.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Walking this path of artistic joy and frustration. Glad to be here.
I like this, dude. Not only are we on the same actual YouTube thing, but we're getting some questions and stuff. Photogenic Anus says the last thing you want is someone looking at your drawing and instantly realizing where your inspiration came from. If your art looks exactly like another famous artist, you're cooked. Yes, that is a fact, but they also say imitation is the highest form of flattery. So as long as you're transparent about what your purpose is or your reasoning is, and you're not trying to pose something off as your own, you shouldn't really run into a problem. It probably would be irritating though if you're trying to do something original and people's always like, "Oh, this is making me think David Finch or Ryan Benjamin or da 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 da." Like, yeah, you don't always want to be compared to someone else, and that's where the originality comes. Like, how do you take whatever you've seen or you constantly see and change it up? How do you do something different?
Yeah, that's true.
But if you're drawing a character, like you have to be true to the character to some degree. Like the character's got to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? You know, you got to be able to realize who it is you're drawing. That's why I think those what do you have? What'd you say?
On model.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why doing what's the word? The silhouette. The silhouette is going to be very helpful. You remember when I tried doing some silhouette shapes? Where is it at? I don't even know where it is now. I did some silhouette.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it.
You got so much, bro.
I know. Let's see. Here we go. Silhouette practice.
That's pretty cool. That is good. That is pretty good. That's another thing with the dynamic poses question.
Yeah, silhouettes. Try practicing on silhouettes. And this is something I got to do so much more of. I don't do it. And it shows.
I can't even tell.
You're too kind.
I think your silhouettes are just fantastic.
Photogenic Anus says, I have seen a lot of artists do the same drawing as someone else had, but in their own original style, and then label it as after so and so. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Like Dr. Rock, he does that a lot with David Finch. Like he'll take a David Finch reference and then he'll do it, but he'll sign it like after David Finch. That way, it's not an original thing. At the end of the day, do what you want. Who cares? It's art. It's art. Just try not to gain popularity off of someone else, but it is what it is.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's just going to be, it's just going to wind up being awkward for you more than anything.
Night Ninja Art says, okay, I'm out. See you next stream, and I'll try to draw some silhouettes. Yeah, man. Show us when you come in next stream. Let us see what your updates are. Let us see. Tap in with us. Let us know how it's going, man. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, bro. Yeah, good questions.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Speaking of, bro,
it's about that time.
For me also.
Yeah. We got a good stream in, man. Cool. Good stream. Look, I was working on this. Good stream. Good stream. I'm happy that we did this, man. Our next stream is going to be on Monday for everybody who, yeah, Monday.
We'll be back on Monday bright and early, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 Central Time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for everybody who stopped by. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my boy G Hackler at the Real Chin Strap. My name is D Graves, and we'll be doing this every week. So we'll see you guys next Monday.
That's right. Later.
Have a good one. Peace.